I have two things to talk about today. The first one is rape, and the second one is Amanda Todd, and they're not completely connected. Um, First off, sorry to my subscribers who subscribed after my previous video and then expected me to post more, and I never did. This is 2 years later, but hopefully it's not too late to speak out to some of you guys. This video is really about, I guess, I'm really just genuinely questioning what makes something taboo, what makes it more taboo than other horrific things in the same genre. So my first example and question is rape. Why is rape the most horrific act? I'm not arguing in any way that it's horrific and tragic and sad, but why do we feel the need to, I guess, make a ladder of horrificness? Like, why do we have to decide that this is more horrific than this? Like, this is more traumatizing than this? And also, why is it? Like, I hear more jokes about child molestation than I do about rape. It's less taboo to make a joking comment about a child's innocence being completely stolen from them than rape, which is, I see them both as horrific tragedies, but I do not understand why one's okay to joke about and the other isn't. My second topic is Amanda Todd. In my town, a friend of mine is hosting a offensive costume party, and the theme is a celebration of the sanctity of life, people who kill people. So you're supposed to come as a humorous depiction of somebody who has cut off someone's life. There's a lot of discussion going on the Facebook event page that I'm staying out of because I don't want employers to be taking a peek at this. But I have nothing wrong with the discussion in general. I don't see anything wrong with the discussion in general. In fact, I think it's great to have humorous conversations about horrific things because humor helps lessen the taboo and increase the openness, and when we take away the shame, then there can be discourse, and discourse leads to progression, which means that we actually make progress as a society instead of staying stuck in the dark ages, which is fabulous. So, I've seen many humorous conversations about the idea of coming dressed up as Jodi Arias, who stabbed her boyfriend 28 times, or as Casey Anthony, who allegedly, but for the purposes of the party, killed her child. And the Columbine shooters, who were high schoolers who were bullied to the point of psychological breaking and then shot and destroyed the lives of their classmates and then themselves. And these were all talked about lightheartedly and jokingly, but then a girl brought up the idea of coming as Amanda Todd. And suddenly there was this kind of chilled hush, if you can sense that over Facebook. And people were just like, whoa, too far, bro. No. Why is it not alright? Speaking of, I have Clorox bleach right there because I'm obsessed with cleaning. But why is it okay to come as Casey Anthony and have remnants of a dead child sewn to your costume? But as soon as you come in a tight black dress and a bottle of bleach, that's too far, when you are only portraying someone who took the sanctity of their own life. Not that suicide isn't tragic, but that why is it worse to discuss someone who took their own life than someone who took another's life? Or, in the case of the Columbine shooting, these people were psychologically damaged too and pushed there, and then they took the lives of their classmates and themselves. This is also a suicide. This should feel just as taboo to talk about, and yet for some reason it doesn't. And I don't understand why, and this is the only theory I can come up with for it. Because we hear about plenty of suicides. The sad thing is, the strange thing is, we know of plenty of serious suicides. We hear tons of statistics about suicides. And by these statistics, we know that there is constantly teenagers offing themselves. And yet, we all care about Amanda Todd. And I'm not saying we shouldn't care, that people shouldn't care in general, but nobody didn't hear that name last fall. So, here is what my idea of this reasoning is. My guess is that it's a sense of guilt, because she posted the video. There was a time between her posting this video, which was clearly a attention-seeking cry for help, and her suicide occurring, which means that we all know there was some sense of power, that if we had made some move extreme enough, if we had seen that video, or between seeing the video and her dying, we feel like we are partially responsible for having prevented that, or for not having prevented that. And I think the other part is, when we hear sad stories about the unattractive, unpopular girl at school killing herself because she was bullied for being ugly and rejected and having just like a miserable time, we don't think to ourselves in any sense, that girl, oh yeah, I would have hated that girl too, that girl had it coming. Like, we all know, like, at least personally, I never had a problem with the awkward, quiet girl in my math class that people didn't seem to adore, but didn't really seem to have much of an opinion on. Like, she was just sort of blah, she was just sort of there. Not that this is a proverbial proverbial girl. There is not a specific girl that I'm thinking of, but we don't remember hating that girl. But then we hear the story of Amanda Todd. She was the girl that slept with your best friend's boyfriend. She was the girl that posted semi-clothed pictures of herself everywhere. And we remember thinking to ourselves, like, just being frustrated with her and not necessarily adoring that girl. And I think this makes us feel a lot guiltier and feel this need to say that she's a hero and speak out against bullying while we continue to still view girls that behave as she does in a negative light. Why is it alright to make fun of Honey Boo Boo Child and her mother? I don't know what her name or age is, but this is a little girl and her mother for being undereducated, when in the interviews I've seen with them, they show that they're incredibly compassionate people just coming from a less educated and less successful and progressive area. They're both very compassionate, they're pro-gay marriage, they donate their money to charities, and they really love each other. And yeah, it's alright for us to mock them, but no, it is not alright to mock Amanda Todd. And I'm not saying that we should all go out and mock Amanda Todd by any means. I do not want to, I'm trying to be more clear in this video, because in my last one it was very, people seem to think I was saying the worst about everything. And I'm not saying that we should, I'm just wondering, why is it alright to mock Honey Boo Boo and her mother for being undereducated? And yet, Amanda Todd's a hero for killing herself after she slept with another girl's boyfriend. And I understand she was 15, it was just a mistake. Her life didn't deserve to end over that. But I'm saying it was a series of her own decisions. Well, Honey Boo Boo and her mother, to my knowledge, may correct me if they've done something awful, but to my knowledge, they've never done anything in the public eye to hurt another human being. And I guess I'm just really curious. Why is it alright to make jokes and come in costume as Columbine shooters who were underage, psychologically tortured, and killed themselves? Why is it okay to come as Casey Anthony? Why is it okay to come as somebody who killed a loved one or took someone else's life or took your own life? But suddenly it's not okay to come as Amanda Todd. Please give me your thoughts. Thank you so much. Alright, bye.